Good morning, guys. You're welcome back to today's live session. Please, if you can hear me clearly, just drop a comment. Let me know you can hear me clearly. Good morning. If you can hear me clearly, drop a comment. Let me know you can hear me. Okay? All right, you're welcome back to our live session held on Saturdays every 9 a.m. And if you are new here, you are absolutely welcome. Do not forget to click on the description link to join our Telegram channel. So let's get straight into the business of the day. Whatever analysis you want me to make, drop it in the comment section. Let us see the analysis together. However, I am going to be starting with the first one, which is volatility, 101S, and I'm going to pick 2 to 3 more assets from the comments, and I am going to make analysis on them. But let's start on volatility, 101S. So just like we always do, we go to our higher time frame to establish what market is currently doing on the higher time frame. And based on this higher time frame, it is very obvious that we are in an uptrend. Market has been trending to the upside. We had a break of structure here. There was a break of structure at this zone, and market came back to a sponsored candle and made a continuation to the upside. We had a break of structure to the upside. Market has been trending to the upside, so there was a break of structure to the upside, and here is where we had our last break of structure. We had our last break of structure here, and it automatically means that we are not expecting market to come back and take this low yet if we're going to continue that by continuation. So we are not expecting a take of this low yet. However, let's see what market is currently doing. This push to the downside, where did market react to it? We reacted at this particular candle, which is like an interest candle at that zone. So let's pick out this candle. Let's pick out this candle. So I'm going to be going to the 4 hours time frame and see what market is currently doing there. So where market is reacting for this sell is a very good area of fair value gap. This is the fair value gap. So this is our fair value gap here. So the first thing is, I am not expecting market to use this area for a buy continuation yet. Why? Because this particular candle that we have here is not a major. So even if market is coming back to take any low, it should be this low, this particular low that we have here. I'm expecting a take of this particular low before we have that continuation to the upside, because market is not showcasing any form of major with this particular low. So where market is currently reacting is not really a good zone for me. So I'm still going to expect market to come back and break this particular low, but that is not rocket science. I'm just going to look at areas where market shows willingness to come back to that zone. So where will market show willingness to come back to that zone? Our last break of structure on this 4 hours time frame is still to the upside. Remember, I often talk about time frame alignment. Our last break of structure is still to the upside, and if market is coming back for this low, of course we should come back and take this particular low. This low should be taken, which I am still expecting the market might possibly take, but we have our last break of structure to the upside there, and until market takes this low, I am not willing to proceed with the sell continuation. So I'm just going to analyze based on the current range that we have, since our last break of structure is to the upside. So I'm going to be going to 2 hours time frame. I'm going to be going to 2 hours time frame, and let's see exactly where. So our last break of structure to the upside, this particular low is a major. You can see that it is a strong eye. I made video on strong eye yesterday, you can check it out. This particular low is a strong low, so a break of structure to the upside. So if market is going to continue that buy continuation, where is it likely to come back to continue that buy continuation? So I'm going to check the 30 minutes time frame, and I'm going to dig deep into where market is likely to continue that that buy continuation if we're going to be buying. So I have this low, which is definitely liquidity for me. This is an inducement for me. So I'm still expecting that market is going to come as low as taking this low. I'm expecting market to come back and take this low. So I'm not expecting it to take this high at this particular low if we're going to continue that buy continuation. So this is just what I'll do. I'll continue the sell from where it is right now. I'll look for an area to continue that sell movement until market comes back to this our liquidity. So let's see where we are currently at. We had a break of structure to the downside. I'm expecting these lows to be raided. There are still liquidity below, so I'm expecting it to be raided. Market came back to this fair value gap. We came back to this fair value gap, and that sponsored candle, and we had that continuation to the downside. So this is where I'm going to look at where I'll continue that sell movement. So we have a break of structure to the downside. There was a break of structure to the downside, and we had major. There's a strong high there. There's a fair value gap around the strong high. So this is what I am expecting. I am expecting market to come back to this zone. Let's have something like this. Let's have something like this. And a sell continuation. So I'm going to be checking the 10 minutes and see if the area I am marking out is a very good area. So okay, this is a liquidity here, so it is still possible market comes as high as taking this high. So all I want to get is a confirmation when market gets somewhere like this. I'm expecting a confirmation for that sell continuation. So I'm expecting market to come back as high as this zone for my sell continuation. So that's what I am currently on the lookout for on volatility 101s. I'm just expecting it to come back to a very good area, and then I am going to continue my sell until market takes those liquidity. So that is it. So let's see another one that we're going to be making analysis on. So let's go for volatility 25. Okay, volatility 25. So let's go to our 24 hours time frame. Market has been trending deeply to the upside. Okay, so we had our break to the downside. There was a major break to the downside. This is a break. Let's mark that out. That's a break to the downside, and of course after a break, market is going to come back to take all those liquidity it has created for itself. So this is what I am seeing. Let's go to 24 hours time frame. This is 2 hours time frame. All right, just like I said, this is a break to the downside, and if you check on the weekly time frame, actually if you check on the weekly time frame, market is reacting at a very good zone of interest. You can check the weekly time frame, but we do not have access to weekly time frame on this trading view. So we had a change of character to the downside, and what I am going to be expecting right now is for market to get to a good area before we continue that sell movement. So let's see what we are seeing on 25. We had a change of character to the upside. A change of structure to the upside. This is a change of character to the upside, showcasing to us that we are willing to come back to that zone. Now we have our internal structure break. Look at it. We had our last internal structure break here. This was where we had our last internal structure break. There's a fair value gap created above. A fair value gap. We have inducement, making this particular high a major. Now with this impulse that is currently happening in the market, I am expecting it to come back and take this high as an inducement. So I'm not expecting so much from volatility 25 right now, because I cannot continue the buy setup based on the impulse that we already have. Market is already giving us massive impulse, so I'm not going to join the buy yet. I'm not going to be looking for a buy continuation yet, because this impulse is so high that if I enter a buy continuation now, it might just take me out. So what I'm going to just be waiting for is if we possibly have a good retracement at this buy area. We possibly have a good retracement, and I'm going to use that to continue the buy. I'm going to use that to continue that buy for market to come back and take this inducement. Then I would obviously be waiting for a good change of character before I dive into the sell continuation. So this is just what I'm expecting on the market, but I'm going to be going to 2 hours time frame and see area where I am expecting market to come back to give me a retracement, so that we can continue that buy movement. Okay, all these highs are range structure. All these highs are just like liquidity created for itself. So let's go to 30 minutes time frame and mark out our last break of structure. Okay, I've seen something, not something okay too, because there's no major here. So this place is risky, but I'm going to be marking it out. This is a last break of structure to the upside, and we have all this liquidity created. We have fair value gap below this low. So the only thing that would make me continue that buy continuation is where market comes back to this zone and gives me a confirmation. Take note of that. I am willing to see a confirmation at this zone before I proceed with the buy setup. I'm just waiting for market to come. I'll just wait for market to give me a retracement here, because if you should jump into the buy here, you might get burnt out. So I'm just waiting for it to come back to this zone, give me a little change of character, possibly on the 5-minute time frame, and then I am going to continue that buy movement. But right now I am not looking for any movement in the market of volatility 25. So let's go into the next one, which is volatility 75. We have about 3 people mention volatility 75. So let's go into volatility 75. So let's go on the 24 hours time frame. Market has been trending to the downside. My last main break of structure was here. This is my last main break of structure, and market is not going to come back there except we break this high. Let me mark out that high. Except market comes back to break this high, we are not willing to come to that zone yet. So is market going to break this high, or it is not going to break it? Let us determine that. If market breaks this high, I want you to know that all these highs will be taken. Then if market breaks this high, we can have a continuation to the upside for market to come back to this fair value gap. I'm going to expect it to come back to this fair value gap if we have a break of structure. So I'm going to be going to my 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame. Market's going to break that high. Let's see. There's a fair value gap created here, which likely market might use to continue a buy setup. So what do we see here? There's a fair value gap. Let's mark out that. Let's keep that aside. What is market currently doing at this area? Let's check the 2 hours time frame. Okay. We had liquidity. These 2 highs are liquidity. Market is reacting at this good area. Let's see. So let's go to 30 minutes time frame. 30 minutes time frame, okay? Where market is reacting for this buy is not a good area for me. So I'm still expecting it to come back and, take these lows. I'm still expecting a take of these 2 lows, because where we are reacting is not a good zone for me. Not really a good zone. So let's check 15-minute time frame. Alright, so this is what I am currently saying on volatility 75. Honestly, I can't continue the sell. I was looking at an area where I could continue that sell movement, but I'm not seeing a very good area. Where market is reacting to right now is not really a standard area for me to continue that sell, because you can see that this high is a weak high. Look at that high. Market created 1, 2, 3 highs on 15 minutes time frame. So it is not really a good high for me to continue that sell movement. It is not. So what I am just going to be waiting for market to do on this particular time frame, 15 minutes time frame, I'm expecting it to come back and break this low. If it is going to break it, then also take this particular low, which is an unsupported low, come into the area of this fair value gap, give me a change of character, then we're going to continue a movement to the upside. However, take note, please take note, market has not broken this high, so it is still not possible for us to rely on that buy. We are currently in a range of market. I can't sell and I cannot buy. at this area of the market, I cannot look for a buy continuation and I cannot look for a sell continuation. So both is 50-50. Until market comes back to break this high, then I would have the peace of mind to continue my buy movement until all these highs, see those highs on 15-minute time frame, until these highs are absolutely taken. That is when I would stop that buy movement. But currently, with the move of the market, I cannot enter into a sell or a buy movement. So I'm just going to be waiting for what market is going to do at this particular zone, if it is going to break that high or it is going to come back and break this particular low. But right now, I cannot guarantee the movement. Okay, so let's do one more asset. Let's do one more asset and then we take questions. So let's do 10-1s. Let's do volatility 10-1s. Let's do volatility 10-1s. Let's do volatility 10-1s. So let's go to 24 hours time frame. On this 24 hours time frame, our last break of structure was to the upside here. This was our last break of structure. Every other thing you are seeing here is another type of structure, because you can see that we did not come back for a good retracement. We've not had a good retracement yet. So all these highs that we have here, when market takes a particular low, which is this low I am pointing out, when market takes this low to the downside, I would be good on selling until all these highs are raided for market to come back for the deep corrective wave. So the last break of structure is here. So I'm going to be going to 4 hours time frame and see what market is currently doing on the 4 hours time frame. So let's see what market is doing on 4 hours. We had our last break of structure on 4 hours here. Last break of structure to the upside. We are not expecting market to come back and break this low. When I talk about break, I'm talking about body candle break. I'm not talking about wick. So I'm not expecting market to come back and take this low if we're going to continue the buy movement from here. And you can see that this low is not really a strong low. You can see that we have liquidity built up on these lows. This low is liquidity build up. So what I am just going to be expecting from this move in the market is, if we have a break of this low, I would continue the sell movement. But if we don't, where do we possibly continue our buy continuation? I'm going to give you that. 2 hours time frame. We have a fair value gap. You can see a fair value gap here. So if we're going to continue that buy movement, let's see market come back into this fair value gap, pick into it, and after that give us a very minor change of character on 30 minutes. I need a 30 minutes change of character, then I'm going to continue that buy movement. But if that does not happen and market comes back and break this low impulsively, be rest assured that we're going to be looking for a sell continuation until all these lows are raided. So there are two ways to volatility. 10-1s, you can see the market is approaching the fair value gap. Stay patient and wait for a 30 minutes change of character. Once you see a 30 minutes change of character, just enter the market at retracement. And if that change of character does not happen, wait for a break of this low completely with a body candle, and then look for that short area where you can continue the sell movement. So that is it for volatility 10-1s. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things from this live session. Drop a comment and also ask your question in the comment section. Let us treat question before we call it a day. You're welcome guys. All right, if we do not have any question, we're going to be calling it a day. Thank you so much guys for joining, and do not forget to join next week Saturday 9 a.m. as well. And also do not forget to like this live session. It won't cost you anything. I'm going to see you guys in my next video that I'm going to be uploading. Have an amazing weekend guys.